I seem to be muted. Oh my god, have I just spoken all this time with being muted? Uh, yeah, it seems like I have been muted. Cosmic, do confirm that I'm heard right now, because that has been a small disaster by me. Am I getting heard right now? I think it should be. It should be working. Yeah. All right, we have sound. Awesome, amazing, guys. I'm so sorry about this. It's all because the last minute kind of like pitching in. I completely forgot about Audition. I'm actually using Audition to clear up my mic, so you don't hear any statics, or at least I hope you're not getting any statics. So I kind of forgot to launch Audition. It's only because it's like a last minute kind of pitching in. Hey guy, you need to stream. So apologies about this. I'll talk about the draft since we have a little bit of a downtime anyway, because it seems like I'm not getting an invite to the lobby. Heartless, add me. I will add you in a moment. Add a friend. Jungle Siege. I sent you a friend request, which you'll hear in 30 seconds because I have a 30 seconds delay. All right, accepted. Awesome. All right. So I'm in the lobby right now, and while the game is loading, let me just talk a little bit about the draft that you obviously guys missed because I was mumbling to myself and I forgot the audition. So a small mess up by me. Anyway, back to the draft. So we have an ETC Sonya composition here for the HowMows, which is a very, very strong front line here by both of them. And on the other hand, on the side of Water Dragon, they actually have a ton of interruption. Basically, every hero on their side can interrupt the ETC Mosh. So it's pretty going to come down to how well they can synergize the Mosh together with the clans. And if they can sniff out heroic/abilities that can interrupt Mosh, and they know that they are on cooldown, which requires some high level type of game sense here. So we are ready here. The lobby is starting. And anyway, back on point. So we have here the Mosh here that again requires a little bit of game sense here, a little bit of attention to details as far as interrupting abilities goes. But as it seems like now, because they have so many interrupts, we shouldn't see an impactful Mosh. And you know what? It might even cause them to actually go with a stage dive here, which I wouldn't hate, because truth be told, they have a lot of interruption here. So you know what? Stage dive might be the way to go. And on the side of Water Dragons, by the way, we have Tychus. It's a hero that I don't think we've seen yet, at least not from the games I've casted, and it's one of the heroes that I love in the game. He is my icon in Twitch. He is the icon I'm using on Discord. He's also in my logo in Twitter. I absolutely love that hero, despite the fact that he has the Tychus Weak Hero meme that's going on with him. He's a very, very solid hero, especially now, especially after they made him kind of this tank buster hero. Like, they made him in a sense a niche pick, right? Your opponents have a lot of tanks, go with a tank buster, right? And he's doing an absolutely fantastic job when that scenario arises, as well as overall, even if your opponent doesn't have double tank, Tychus can do a lot of damage, and he's really, really solid here, and I love it. HowMows, on the other hand, they went with the Lunara, by the way, which is a peculiar pick here, but she's kind of like the ultimate poke hero, I guess. So you know what, we'll have to see how it kind of works out together with the Rainer. They have a lot of poke and a lot of damage from safe distance, so we will have to see how much it actually works for them, especially because Water Dragons, they have an Uther, and a solo Uther is so terrible against the Lunara. Anyway, game is starting. I will switch to the game here for you guys to see. In game, there we go, guys. So we are gonna jump straight into the game here, and we will see which one is where. So we're gonna have here on the left side HowMows with Jungle Siege on ETC, Sonya with Bubble Forever controlling her, Theron on Rhaegar, Reynardus on Lunara, and Extras on Raynor. And on the right side of the map we have Water Dragon there with Nebed on Uther, Jufda on Johanna, Oktani on Kerrigan, Thrin on Falstad, and Yusuke, I hope, on Tychus. So we are off into the game here, and we shouldn't expect to see too much things happening here, especially early in the game. Sure, on the side of HowMouse, they do have the ETC, and ETC is a very strong early game hero, but he's pretty much the only early game hero they have. Raynor, kind of a late game hero, although he scales pretty nicely throughout the game. So overall, I don't think we should expect to see any early game aggression by the side of HowMouse. On the other hand, here from Water Dragon, as well, I don't expect to see too much early game aggression. They don't really have the early game composition. So yeah. Let's talk a little bit about the map here and the Tomb of the Spider Queen here. This is usually a 1-4 rotation map. That means one player is going to be on the top here. And ETC, by the way, is getting caught here, and he's taking down. Oh, nice catch here by Water Dragon, destroying ETC very quickly here. And this is what I was talking about earlier. This is not a very early game composition here for HowMouse, and they should be very careful here, especially with the rotation. But as it stands, Water Dragon getting the first kill here of the game. Very good job by them. So back on point, Tomb of the Spider Queen, a 1-4 map here. Usually you're going to have one solo laner at the top, where the rest of the team are going to be rotating S4 between bot and mid. But instead we are going to have here a solo laner at the bottom lane here with a fast start against a Sonya here. And the rest of the team gonna rotate between mid and top, which is completely fine. Map is pretty equal in distance, so it really doesn't matter where the laner is gonna be, the solo laner. Bot and top both are complete fine solo laning. So yeah. As far as talents go, we don't have anything too special here. Johanna with the standard Knight take spawn. This is exactly what you expect her to take on this map, especially on this map, actually, even without an Asmodan in your team. And Lunara getting caught here, but she should be staying alive here, just barely. And nice heal here by Rhaegar, managed to save her. But yeah, both teams are pretty equal. They are rotating as needed, getting all the gems, and they are pretty equal on that. As far as turning as well, both of them have approximately 10 gems turned in, so nothing too out of the ordinary so far here. Tychus, by the way, goes with Into the Rhythm. Oh, nice here, combo by Kerrigan, getting two people here, and ETC slides to the wrong position here, and this will be his death already. So 2 death for ETC here. Really needs to watch his position early on in this game here, especially versus a Kerrigan here and an Uther. So this is a lot of stunning here. Stun comes from Water Dragon that can really punish anyone in the early game, and it doesn't really matter if you're a tank. So yeah, so Water Dragon here with those 2 kills are getting a small lead here already. They are half a level ahead, and this is fantastic for them because it just allows them to kind of get turning after turning here. And as we can already see, they are 2 gems away from spawning the spiders. Now, I want to tell you something small that most of you probably don't think about too much here, or at least think about when you are watching tournaments or games, but not when you play. There's actually a lot of merit in holding the gems and not making it too early of a turning because of the scaling. So you know what, I wouldn't blame them if they would hold their gem a bit, especially considering they were so ahead as far as turning goes. And I wouldn't blame them if they like wait for the level 7 talent before actually making a turning, and then getting not only the spiders as pushing advantage, but a talent as well. But as it stands, they decide to go with the safer choice here, and that means that they are gonna go for a really quick turn in here, and we're gonna have here a pre-4-minute mark spiders here for Water Dragons. And Raynor here getting caught here again by Kerrigan's combo, and she's doing so much work this game so far. She's just catching people time and time again with her combo, but she's out of mana here, so we shouldn't get to see any more kills here. But this will be a very quick fight here by Water Dragon, just securing their lead so far, and they are hitting level 7. They are so far ahead in experience so far. They are like a level and a half ahead. Yeah. Anyway, at the bottom here, we still see that Falstad is kind of abusing Sonya. Early on in the game, there isn't much she can do to contest him. So this is a very good game here by Falstad. And on the bottom lane here, we are seeing that, you know what? Despite the fact that it was such an early spiders, they are doing a lot of damage here. They are already taking down the first tower here on the bottom keep, and they might even take down the second tower there and just, you know, leave. And this is exactly what they should be doing here. They might try to snipe the tower, yes, and then they got it, and now they're leaving. This is a very intelligent play coming by Water Dragon here, getting the maximum amount of value and leaving. Right? No need to risk it. You are so close to level 10. Get your heroic, then look to make something happen. And HowMows, they are falling behind here. They just hit the level 7 right now, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because Water Dragons, they are hitting their level 10 here. And this is actually very good for them. This is a pretty significant lead already for Water Dragons. So early in the game, we are at the 5 minutes mark, but they are already almost 3 levels ahead. And more than that, they are gonna get their heroics any moment now. So we are gonna have to see how are they gonna play it with their heroics. I do expect, or I do hope, that they're gonna be very aggressive on the map. You have level 10. That's the biggest power spike for almost any hero out there in the game. So while you have the level 10 advantage, you really need to take care, you really want to take advantage of it. And they just hit level 10, and we're gonna see what they went with. Uther, Divine Shield, pretty standard, Blast Shield from Johanna, Maelstrom from Kerrigan, Mighty Gust from Falstad, and Laser Drill from Tychus. Nothing special here. This is exactly what you expected to do, and this is what's happening right now. They are looking to be aggressive here. Falstad with the flight aggressively misses the ETC by just a little bit. He wanted to Gust here, but instead he's not gonna be able to make something happen here, and oh my god, they just managed to barely escape. Falstad just barely miscalculating the place he needs to fly to, and therefore ETC is managing to escape there together with Sonya. But it was a very nice attempt by them, and I'm happy that they tried to make something happen here, because as mentioned again, they have the advantage, and guys, when you have the advantage, you want to use it. Don't let it go to waste, and that's what they're looking to happen right here. So nice try by them, and we should see some more attempts by them. There's still a long way until HowMows actually get to level 10. So there's a big window of opportunity here for Water Dragons to be aggressive, and you know what? I wouldn't even be surprised if they're gonna try and get the boss. It's a free boss at the moment. It's completely uncontested, and I'd love to see something happen. Get a boss, go get a turn in. I'd love it. So HowMows, they decided to go here with the Merc camp. It's, you know what, that's as much as they can make happen on the map. They already down 2 forts here. The top wall is taken down as well, which means that the boss, if taken, probably will be taken at some point in the game, will go directly to the keep, and after this directly to the core. So this is really a lot of pressure, you know, potential future pressure coming by Water Dragon. And Sonya is caught off position here, and she should be taken down here. And this is a lot of gem. They just lost 27 gems here on the side of HowMows, and this is a big deal because not only did they lose so many gems, Water Dragons got to turn in themselves, and they are still not level 10. Fantastic play so far by Water Dragon. You know what? Getting ahead, using their advantage even more to get themselves even more ahead, and they are completely dominating this game so far here. I feel like the moment they hit level 10 HowMows, they really need to make something happen. They cannot wait for level 13. They just cannot wait. They have to make something happen. They have to play aggressive here, and they are looking to make something happen right now. And this is nice mosh by ETC. Oh my god, if that mosh would have gone off, that would have been a 5-man mosh, but instead he just barely managed to make it. He just died there. Oh my god, that I was sure that Mosh is gonna go off, and this was amazing for them. But as it stands, it's gonna be an ETC taken down here. But on the side of Water Dragon, it's gonna be a complete team wipe here. So 1-for-0 here. And also, the Mosh was cancelled right before it actually started to channel, which means that ETC still has his Mosh up. So all things considered, HowMows with a big comeback here. Sure, they're still behind, but they actually managed to get a team wipe for an ETC. So worth definitely here. Worth, especially considering the Mosh was not triggered, so they still have the Mosh. And this was a disaster for Water Dragon. All of them just clamped there in there, the small narrow choke there, and even despite the fact that the Marsh didn't take off, Power Slide hit all of them, which allowed HowMows to just dish out so much damage without Water Dragon being able to respond. So good job by them, and this is exactly what they needed to make happen. Again, they're still behind by 1 level, but it's only 1 level now, right? Before that, they were close to 3 levels behind. And as it stands, they kind of have this small comeback here. And yeah, so this game is still very much open for both teams. Good job by them. HowMows, they are looking to take their level 13 advantage. They are going for the bush tactics here, and I love it. I love it. They have a 13. If they can actually engage before HowMows get their 13, that's fantastic for them. But it seems like HowMows, they are playing very defensive here. They are not overextending, only clearing the Merc camp. We should see them play very, very safe, especially considering they have 82 gems. ETC is going a little bit forward here, but his team is falling behind him here, but still they don't have 13, so this can be potentially very, very dangerous for them. And they are engaging here without 13, and this is amazing for Water Dragons here. Kerrigan with the Maelstrom, she's going in. She didn't combo anyone yet, but this is already a Sonya kill here. She's looking to combo Lunara and Raynor here, but she actually misses her combo completely. Still a lot of pressure, and this is going to be a 1-for-0 for Water Dragon. Really good job by them. A little bit of a flux here by HowMows. It seems like they are playing very, very safe, waiting for their 13, but instead they decided to go a little bit aggressive here on the map, trying to get a turn in here before they had 13, which is very questionable. And you know what, Water Dragon, they saw it, they sniffed blood in the water, and they punished HowMows immediately here. Very good job by them. Are they really gonna? No, they're not gonna go to the boss. They kind of hovered around there, but I really don't like the boss at this point. This is one of those real throw pits here. They don't have an advantage, and they really shouldn't be. Kerrigan here jumping very aggressively, taken down immediately here, but Rhaegar as well. And this is a 1-for-1 so far, but it should be in favor of HowMows because they are a level behind here. So as far as death timer goes, very, you know what, even trade overall. Relatively speaking, it was a fairly even trade, but because they were a level behind, that means Rhaegar is going to have that's a lower of a cooldown as far as that timer goes. But I'm surprised they went kind of aggressive in there, especially with Kerrigan leading the way. You have a Johanna, you really have a safe way to kind of poke weird locations, so really need to play a little bit safer here. You don't want to open like this with a Kerrigan. Don't get me wrong, she is a good initiator, especially with an Uther, but when you're going into kind of a bush or event situation where you don't know what's waiting on the other side, better just use something like a shield glare from a Johanna to kind of like assess the situation and see like, hey man, is this corner, is this event safe? But again, 1-for-1, slight advantage for HowMows, but not a big deal. HowMows, they are looking for turn-in. They have so many gems, and Water Dragons, they are just rotating between the two turn-ins. They're just denying the turning, and they're doing a very fantastic job here. They are gonna have 16 before them, and this is again a period of time where they can actually make something happen here, and they should. They have 16. They don't have many gems, so they're really not risking much by forcing an engagement here. So they should be looking for something to make something happen here, but not just yet. They're just barely 16, but Kerrigan jumping in with a double combo there on Sonya and Raynor here. Very good job by her. She's getting the Divine Shield from Uther together with the Maelstrom and Mosh Pit, catching only 2 people uninterrupted though. So very equal trading so far, but Sonya is taking down here. Good job by Water Dragons here, focusing down Sonya, but they are losing Uther, but that's not a big deal because Uther Ghost is gonna come back here and gonna heal up the entire team. Again, 1-for-1, a little bit questionable engagement here by Water Dragon. They just barely didn't have 16. If they would just have waited like 10 seconds and then go aggressive, I would completely be behind it. I would completely dig it. But as it stands, they just went and engaged right before they had their 16 talents. I mean, you can see here on the overlay, Uther and Falstad even didn't get the chance to pick their 16. And this actually opened up the opportunity for HowMows to get a turn-in. And that's a turn-in that they were desperate for. Sure, the lanes are being pushed back, both top and bottom lane are very, very pushed, so they won't get much value from the spider, but the middle one is being cleared, which allowed the spiders to spawn, as we can see, kind of in the middle here, which is something they need to work with. This is something they need to get value from, because this is something they are desperately in need of. Kerrigan here jumping here with the nice combo here. She's getting backed a bit. Falstad here with a nice gust here, isolating Raynor and Sonya. This is going to be a 2-for-1 kill here. Nice job here by Falstad with the offensive gust, isolating both Sonya and Raynor, allowing his teammates to just destroy them immediately. And this means that the spiders are actually going to get no value at all here. The middle spider being taken down very, very quickly here. The top one is going to be addressed at the moment, and again, very good job here by Water Dragon. HowMows, they didn't have their 16 advantage, 16 talent, sorry, which put them in an awkward position. And I feel like they were not far enough behind where they needed to look to make something happen in a talent disadvantage. But as it is, they kind of chose to be aggressive a bit, and they got punished immediately by that. So good job by Water Dragon. It seems like overall in this game, Water Dragon are the more aggressor, as you'd expect, considering they had such a big lead early in the game. But as we already saw a few times here, HowMows, they can definitely make something happen here, but they do need to have more patience when they're doing this, and they are looking to make something happen here, and I love it. They went for the bush, didn't get anyone here. Falstad dropping a little bit low here. Kerrigan only managed to combo Sonya here, but not a big deal. But nice smash here by ETC, catching 3 people, and there's no interruption on him, and Kerrigan is taken down here. Rhaegar as well by the side by Tychus, completely destroying Rhaegar, and ETC as well here. So this is, while they got an amazing mosh here, they ended up trading 2 for 2 here. And again, you know what? ETC here, time and time again here, manages to catch those windows of opportunities here when there's absolutely no interruption on his mosh, despite the fact that every single character, or every single, sorry, hero, character, yuck, every single hero there on the side of Water Dragon actually have an interruption for mosh. But you know what? So far he's doing an absolutely amazing job being on point, remembering, oh my god, Gust was used, no Gust, Kerrigan combo, Blast Shield from Joanna. You know what? I can just go in and get a good mosh there. So good job by ETC, but you know what? Water Dragons are still managing to trade evenly, despite the fact that they are getting some really amazing mosh pits on the side of HowMows. So Water Dragons, level and a half ahead. They are so close to 19, which means they really should be looking to play very defensively here, especially since they're having a turning here. They wanna like kind of push together with the spider. They don't want to overextend outside the spider range. So as long as they're pushing with the spider, they can play aggressive. They really want to be careful here because they are very, very close to level 20 here. And once level 20, you can be very, very aggressive. And they are deciding here, as you can see, they are kind of being defensively behind the spider, not looking to be too aggressive. And that's fine, because if they are playing safely like this, they should be able to get the keep and manage to run back to safely. But ETC here getting caught again here together with the Sonya here, and the Ancestral just barely misses there, just needed a half and more seconds here, and it's gonna be a 2-for-0 here. And this is a very dangerous situation here, because now they can actually while I don't think they can core just yet, they can get all the keeps down here, and the bottom keep is being taken down here, and the middle keep should be taken as well. And this is going to be a ton of pressure here that's going to be constantly knocking on HowMows' door here. They're going to have catapults from all lanes pushing constantly here on the core. You know what? I'd love them to go now for the boss. If they go now for the boss, it's a direct line to the core, and they have a level 20 advantage here, and they are going for the boss here immediately. They are thinking, well, we have an advantage, guys. The core is exposed. We're gonna go here for the core and for the boss here, and the boss will go for the core, and this could potentially be game here. And you know what? I feel like this potentially could be game, but ETC still has his mosh. Sonya has her Wrath of the Berserker. Rhaegar with his Ancestral. HowMows, they need to make something happen right now. They need to fight away from their core. They need to let the boss kind of push to the core. There's nothing they can really do. They need to start pushing forward here. They cannot take the fight to the core. If they're going to let the boss just go ham on their core together with the Water Dragon team, that's going to be a disaster for them. But they are kind of afraid, and I completely understand that they don't have level 20. They are going to fight at a disadvantage, and you know what? They don't have many choices here, and instead they're going to look to have a fight here on the core, and a nice Mosh by ETC getting interrupted immediately by the Tychus. And Ancestral is hitting ETC, gonna keep him alive, but Rhaegar is dropping very low here, and Kerrigan with the Ravage finishes Rhaegar off here, and Sonya is dropping very low as well, and as an ETC, and this should be game. This should be game, is despite the fact that it took only 1 here, and 2 and 3 actually, so they are gonna be here with the 3 kill to nothing, and this is a good game here by Water Dragon. Completely controlling the game from start to finish. Good game by them here. Just is abusing their advantage time and time again. They have a talent advantage. We saw them go aggressive. They have a talent advantage again and again. They're gonna go aggressive. And I just love their playstyle here. Just going aggressive time and time again. And that's exactly what I love. I love when players play aggressive. So yeah. So this was a fantastic game here by Water Dragons. They are gonna go here for a quick lead here with 1-0, and unlike other casters, especially because I'm kind of like in-game sound. Oh, right. You're absolutely right, guys. Sorry, I have in-game sound kind of disabled when I'm solo. When I'm the second caster, it allows me to focus a little bit more on the game itself. Yeah. Let's just start the second game, or second draft, sorry. So yeah, fantastic game here by Water Dragon. Completely dominated the game from start to end, and GG by both games. We've seen some really amazing mosh pits by ETC, by HowMows, but at the end of the day, it was not enough. Are we gonna have a break? Nope. Okay, 5 minutes, sure. Okay, guys. Apparently we're gonna have 5 minutes break, which my OBS is not set for. Again, I'm so sorry. It's kind of like a last minute Comcast. I don't have my scenes and sources ready, so I will put some music on for you guys to enjoy. We will use some of my YouTube playlist. So I'm sorry for some copyright issues. I guess we don't really care about that too much. You know what? We don't need to copyright. We can have some Blizzard stuff. So guys, anyway, take 5 minutes break. We'll be right back. Let's go with some World of Warcraft, actually. Yep. All right. Hey guys, so we are back here with game number 2 between HowMows and Water Dragon, and we have the draft link up and ready. So we are waiting for the Water Dragons. Let me just let them know. Start when ready, guys. All right, awesome. I hope everything is okay. I hope you guys can hear me. StarCraft was better. Probably. I do love the StarCraft soundtrack. Don't get me wrong, I love them, but yeah. Anyway. So we are here, draft has started, and we are gonna play on Dragonshire. HowMows gonna go with a quick Kerrigan ban, and I have no doubt in my mind that that was more of a respect ban. They saw Kerrigan on the other side last game, and they were like, please, no, we don't want to deal with this again. And you know what? I completely understand them. So they went immediately with the Kerrigan ban, and Water Dragon are going to go with the Falstad ban. Very, very solid bans by both teams here. Dragonshire, very annoying to deal with the Falstad if you hate level 20 here. So they are going to ban the Falstad, and immediately HowMows are going to go with KT pick here. Very solid backline here. Not surprised to see him being picked. I don't think there's any particular pick you want here on Dragonshire other than the Falstad. So having a KT here is completely fine, and we'll see how Water Dragon actually responds to it. They did hover the Haka, which is very interesting. The Haka has the potential to do a lot of damage in the sense that he can control both shrines, especially once he hit level 20 with Apex Predator. But he is a questionable tank throughout, the entirety of the game up until you get level 20. So I'm not sure how I feel about the Dehaka here. But as it stands, they did not go with the Dehaka. Instead, they're going to go with the Uther ETC already. Very, very, very strong opening here by them. Already, showing their opponents exactly what they're going to go with. So we're going to see here an Uther ETC combination here from Water Dragon and HowMows. How are they going to respond to it? Despite the fact that ETC is going to have a Divine Shield, you still need some form of interruption for him. Usually you don't want to rely on KT to interrupt the Mosh, despite the fact that yes, you can do it with Gravity Lapse, targeting your own, but usually you want to have KT use his Gravity Lapse for his own combo to get the damage off. So you really don't want to rely on him always interrupting it. So instead they're going to go with the Joanna here, which is fine. Iron Skin together with Condemn can interrupt the Mosh, but again you have Divine Shield, which means that to begin with, every team fight you need to be very, very careful of your position, because we do have teams here that are coordinated, and Water Dragons already showed us that they are very, very competent, which means we should expect a pretty good a pretty high level of communication with them, especially considering the Mosh into Divine Shield. So you need to be careful on the side of HowMows. You need to be spread, you need to be split, and you need to wait for the Divine Shield, and after this to throw the interruption. If you will automatically go with the interruption, you just risk it being nullified completely by the Divine Shield. They are hoovering Zagara here, and I love it. I think this is one of Zagara's strongest map, because this is a 1-4 map, which means again you want to have one strong solo laner, and the rest of your team is going to rotate as 4 between bot and mid. So you want to have one strong solo laner at the top, and Zagara is perfect for that. She also have the extra protection through the Crypt Vision, which means that it's going to be that much harder to actually go and gank her. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're actually going to go and lock Zagara down. And they are. Great. So Water Dragon, they are banning here, but they also need to keep in mind that they need some strong solo laner to contest Zagara. We have seen time and time again that Zagara can wreak a lot of havoc if she's either left alone, which probably won't be the case, but if she's 1 versus 1, someone that can actually hold his ground or her ground against her. So they need to keep that in mind, and they really need to think about who's going to be my solo laner against Zagara. So Water Dragon are going to go with the Karazim ban here, eliminating a very strong support. I'm not sure again why the Karazim ban as opposed to the Rhaegar, because I feel like most people are more comfortable playing a Rhaegar as opposed to the Karazim, because Pom is so much more difficult to land than Ancestral. HowMows, I love the Thrall ban. I just spoke about how Water Dragons, they need a very strong solo laner against the Zagara, and guess who's a strong solo laner against the Zagara? Thrall. And they ban Thrall. That means that who's going to contest the Zagara in a 1v1 right now? Thrall versus Zagara is actually a very even matchup as far as 1v1 goes. It's a very skill intensive matchup, but as it stands, they actually got him banned. And Water Dragon, they really need to respond to this Zagara. I feel like it might be a very big problem to them throughout the early game. But instead, they're going to go with the Greymane and Sylvanas here. Greymane, very good choice here, considering you have an Uther, considering you have an ETC. I love it. The Sylvanas is a fine ban. She can get extra value with the Dragon. The Dragon Knight is going to go on, ham on towers, forts, whatever, and she can just be behind him, disabling those towers, forts, and allowing him to get extra value. But still, they still haven't addressed the elephant in the room. Who's going to contest Zagara? Sylvanas is not who you want to have contesting Zagara. She can't contest Zagara. HowMows is going to respond with a Rhaegar. Again, you know what, expected. Very solid pick as a support here. Which is why I was surprised about the Karzim ban. And are they going to go with a Rainer as a follow-up here, as an extra protection here against the ETC? I can dig it. Joanna, she's probably the only one together with a Muradin that can be like a solo tank frontline. So I'm completely fine if she's going to be the only frontliner for them. So Rainer is completely legit as a pick here. So they're going to go with the Rainer, which is, again, a very good pick here, very solid. Water Dragon, their last pick. Are they? I have no idea what to tell them. What they're gonna pick. They're gonna go with the Haka. I had my reasoning to kind of not like the Haka at the beginning, because while he's very strong at level 20 with the Apex Predator and Dragon Shard, and yes, he can rotate back and forth very, very quickly. He has a problem as the solo tank. Sure, he's not a solo tank. He has a problem as a frontliner because of the essence. If you don't have essence, all of a sudden you're like kind of this dead meat walking there, trying to lick people off, and you know what? It just doesn't work oftentimes. Alright, and I got into the draft. We are still waiting for Water Dragon in the lobby here, so probably we're gonna have another minute to burn here. So anyway, back to the draft. But keep in mind, the Haka is not alone as a frontliner. He has ETC, so that means he's not gonna be diving alone, which is never what you want with the Haka nowadays. And if they manage to actually get to level 20, Apex Predator can do a lot of work. So we will see how it works out for them. It seems like, as far as drafting, I like HowMows draft more. Despite the fact that Water Dragon, they did show that they have a lot of confidence, a lot of teamwork. I do like, as far as drafting goes, the HowMows draft. So I think they won the draft, at least in my opinion. Water Dragon, they still have no way of contesting Zagara, which I feel like is a very, very big problem. Like, Zagara can do so much work if they're not gonna address her, and so I expect Water Dragon to try and have some ganking rotation, especially considering they have an ETC and the Haka. Together with the Greymane, I expect them to rotate very often to the top lane to kind of help control the Zagara. So we will see how and if it actually works out for them. We are into the lobby. People are ready, or at least 9 out of 10. So game should start any moment now. So yeah, anyway, back to the drafting. HowMows, as it stands, in my opinion, they have the upper draft here, but we'll see how well they can control it and how patient they can be with the ETC Mosh into Divine Chill combo there. In game. There we go, guys. 10 out of flares. 10 out of 10 ready. So game should start any moment now. And we have sound. So at least I got that right. So back to point. Zagara. This is gonna be the hero to look out throughout the game, throughout the early half of the game. You know, she's gonna be the one who's gonna be pushing. She's gonna be the one who's gonna be putting a lot of pressure, and we're just gonna have to watch an eye on Water Dragons and how to respond to it. Conversely, on the side of Zagara, she will need to be super careful on the one side and super aggressive as well, because she does need to get a lot of value. She has the potential to get a lot of value, and we'll see how HowMows, together with the Zagara, deal with the rotation from Water Dragon.
Heroes, prepare for combat.
Alright guys, and we are starting, and on the left side of the map we have HowMows with Jungle Siege on Johanna, Bubble Forever on Kael'thas, Extras on Raynor, Reynardus on Zagara, one day I'll learn how to pronounce his name, Thran on Rhaegar. And on the right side of the map, ooh, they are already gathering at the bottom here. We are going to see some quick tower shenanigans. I'm surprised they're going to go to the bottom one and not the top one, because of how the rotation will work here. But anyway, on the right side here, we have Water Dragon with Jufda on Sylvanas, Nebet on Uther, Hemo Hostem on ETC, Nemo Hostem on ETC, Octani on Dehaka, and Thrin on Greymane. And they are going here for some quick, and look at the position of the Haka and ETC. They are zoning for the team, and I love it. I don't think they need 2 tanks to zone. I'd love to see ETC because he has the power slide ability to kind of get away. And now they should be looking to disengage. Now it's Gravity Lapse on ETC, getting him together with the Living Bomb, and the Haka is getting very low here, but he should be able to disengage here safely. And this is going to be pure value for them. They got a really quick tower there. Ooh, and the Haka here, actually, I kind of missed it a little bit. Got caught out of position again. He was low with no essence, and this is an early kill here for HowMows. And that's exactly what I was talking about at the beginning here with the Haka pick. I just don't like him anymore because you need to have so much patience and so much coordination with your team to make the Haka work because of the essence. If you have no essence, you're kind of a dead meat dangling there. So you need to be careful of it. And Zagar, by the way, getting here, her push going. She did go for in fast at level 1, which means she's gonna get a lot of value here from the minions, and this will require Water Dragons to rotate to her to deal with her.
Activate the shrines, and the dragon's power is,
and we already have the first shrine phase spawning here, and we can see that there's nothing too much is gonna happen here. The Haka, he should be able to kind of hold his ground versus the Zagar for a little bit here, but slowly but surely she should be able to whittle him down. So nothing too special here so far after the Dehaka kill here. Both teams are gonna kind of going with standard picks here, except for KT actually. KT, level 1, Conviction. Gonna go with the Flame Strike build here. Very, very interesting here. Not something completely bad actually. You know what? I actually like it. They have double tank here. So Conviction can, Flame Strike, sorry, can get a lot of value. So very good game sense here and a decision here by KT actually to go with the Flame Strike build. We'll see how it works out for him though. And yeah, as we can see, Greymane here kind of rotating to help Dehaka with the Zagara. That's exactly what you expect. You should see more often, you know, at least one man rotating constantly to the top there to kind of help push the Zagara back. Ooh, are they gonna actually manage to? Yes, and this should be a Dragon Knight to Water Dragon, and a very quick Dragon Knight for Water Dragon here. So sorry, too many dragons here for me to pronounce. So this is only a 2 minutes dragon, so not too much hit point, not too much damage. The scaling, after all, does apply to the Dragon Knight as well. So they shouldn't get too much value here, but they have a Sylvanas, and as mentioned earlier in the game, Sylvanas with a Dragon Knight can get extra value or more value than expect. And they already got the front wall here together with the healing well here in the middle. The healing well in the middle not as impactful as either the top or the bottom one because of the location of the shrine, but still they are playing here very, very nicely. As you can see, Sylvanas, she's kind of walking together with the Dragon Knight, ensuring that she can get her trait, her Black Arrow, onto the towers here, allowing the Dragon Knight to get extra value, and I love it. Zagara, I have to say, so far in the game didn't get too much value. Sure, she drained the top tower's ammunition, but nothing too much other than that. Raynor getting caught a little bit out of position, but he does have his passive, or you know, rather his E, so that means he will heal up. And yeah, so far game is very, very even, but it seems like Water Dragon are getting a little bit more out of their composition so far. Ooh, Johanna is getting caught here, getting dragged by the Haka, and it's gonna be another kill here for Water Dragon. 2 for nothing so far, and this is slowly but surely getting a game towards Water Dragon. HowMows, they need to be a little bit more on point, a little bit more careful. Even if you're Johanna and even if you're tanky and you have your Iron Skin up, you need to be careful. But again, I am surprised that Zagara doesn't get more value. It seems like she is playing very, very safe, expecting to have a lot of rotation on her. But as it stands, this fear means that she doesn't get a lot of value. Dehaka rotating to the top. Will they actually get her? Yes, they did. She tried to juke. Instead, she got an extra lot of damage here. And the Tong, together with the Sylvanas here, made sure that she's gonna be taken down here. Good job by Dehaka and Sylvanas at the top there. And now they can actually de-push the lane and get extra value there. And again, slowly but surely, Water Dragon are getting a bigger and a bigger advantage here. And now we have the second phase here, the second Dragon Shrine spawning here, and this shouldn't be taken by any team, not until level 10 here. But Water Dragon are getting faster to level 10 here. The Hacker here in a weird position here in a 2 vs 1, but he should be able to get away here, considering Gravity Lapse is on cooldown by KT. So a little bit risky, but he managed to escape. Water Dragon, they are so close to level 10. What they need to be looking here is to soak all the lanes, play very safely, get to level 10, make something happen here. Nice Gravity Lapse will kind of help Zagara, but will it? No, Sylvanas taking Zagara down again. And I mentioned that in the previous casting I did, people oftentimes underestimate the damage that Sylvanas can do. She actually can do a lot of damage, and you know what? She's rocking it. And they have level 10, that skill actually secured them to level 10, which means that they should be able to get the Dragonite, and yeah, the Haka is on it, and he channels it to the end there, which means that they're gonna get the second Dragonite here. Sylvanas though, she is at the top lane there, she is rotating, yeah okay, she's rotating now to the middle, she does need to go with the Dragonite. After all, that's the reason why she was picked here. The main reason why she was picked here, she's gonna provide this extra value here for the Dragonite by disabling the towers. And as you can see, she's doing an amazing job here, disabling the side tower there, and now it's gonna disable the fort. So this should be the first fort in the game here. Gonna go to Water Dragon yet again. I don't think they can get too much value here. The Dragonite is very, very low here. Sure, they have their level 10 heroics. HowMows not, or they just have now gotten it. So that means no more value for the Dragonite, and this is completely fine. They need to be careful here not to get caught. HowMows just hit the level 10, which means that they do have their heroic, and it's not on cooldown here. Nice slide here by ETC, and a nice smash here, catching 4 people here, together with the Wailing Arrow on Johanna, not allowing her to blast shield the ETC mosh, and this is gonna be a 2-for-0 so far for Water Dragon here. A good job with the Sylvanas and ETC composition, despite the fact that she Wailing Arrow on the mosh pit. She also got the Johanna here, which was a key catch here with the silence, disabling her from using her blast shield there. Nice mosh pit here, and nice Wailing Arrow as well there. Very good job by Water Dragon here. It's gonna be a 2-for-0 for them, and they're just furthering and securing their lead even more in this game as well. HowMows, by the way, they are in a peculiar spot now because they are fairly far behind in experience, in talents as well. What do they need to do to make a comeback here? I feel like they need to play it very passively, soak as much experience as you can, do not lose any single lane, don't look to be aggressive, wait for your 13 and then make something happen. I think that they, as it stands right now, unless Water Dragons are gonna mess up with their soakings, with their XP, I feel like fighting a 13 to 16, that might be the only way for them to come back here at this point in the game. But we'll see how it is. They are not too far behind. That means that, you know, a wave or two missed by Water Dragon will open up the opportunity for HowMows to also hit 16 together with Water Dragon. So as we can see, HowMows, by the way, are on point with the experience tokens. Water Dragon, on the other hand, they are completely missing the mid and top lanes for experience, but instead they are going to go here for some kills, and Johanna, she should be taken down here. She does have Unstoppable, but she's so low here. Also use her Blast Shield here to stall, and this might just barely allow her to live. I don't know. She doesn't have any cooldown left now, right now, and she's getting caught here by the power slide. Nice catch here by Water Dragon. Johanna almost managing to escape there, but she was caught out. Water Dragons are playing again like game number 1 here. Very, very aggressive here. They, you know what, at this stage of the game, they put less attention on soaking experience, which I like. They are playing very aggressive. They are using their advantage. They say, you know what, guys, we had the talent advantage. We don't have to soak all the experience if we're gonna get kills at this point, and that's completely fine. Water Dragon, they do have the Dragon Knight available for them for the grab. They do have the talent advantage as well, which means that all HowMows can do right now is just poke from a safe distance and stall. They really don't want to be pushed or either pulled into a hard engagement right now. I just don't like. Johanna is going very, very deep here. She doesn't have Condemn and Iron Skin anymore. This is very dangerous. She really needs to be careful here. They can soak to 13, and they should, and then look for a fight. Ooh, but they are going in deep right now, and they still don't have their 13 here. Ooh, and Raynor is getting isolated here by both Sylvanas and Greyman, and they will take him down immediately there.
Red team has destroyed.
And this is going to be a 1-for-0 so far here. Wailing Arrow here, hitting both KT and Rhaegar, followed up by a Mosh here. This should be another 2 kills here, but no. Rhaegar managed to escape, but KT is taken down here, and this is going to be a 2-for-0 so far for Water Dragons. Greyman, however, ooh, getting the Divine Shield just barely there at the end. And this should be a 2-for-0 here for Water Dragon. And again, you know what? HowMows, I just didn't like it. They were so close to 13. Just poke, 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 don't hard engage. And instead, they went and kind of, you know, were a little bit too forward, a little bit too aggressive, kind of, in a sense, forced the fight. And what was the result? The result was that they fought a talent behind. So Water Dragon, you know, their aggressiveness kind of pays off, it seems. You know what, if you compare it to HowMows' playstyle, HowMows, they also look to be very aggressive oftentimes, and this completely works fine for Water Dragons because they have the advantage most of the games so far, actually. I think actually all the games so far they had an advantage, and so when they have 2 aggressive teams, you know what, the one that has the advantage is going to be the team that's going to win. And I just love it. I love the synergy here between Sylvanas and Dragon Knight. They are showing us time and time again. Sylvanas is dropping low. She should just barely survive. And yeah, the glare here from the Johanna shield won't take her down. She just barely manages to live here with 200 hit points. But Raynor overextending, getting taken down immediately despite the fact that he gets his passive up. So this is going to be a 1-for-0 here. Zagara is getting pushed here by the Dragon Knight, and this should be another kill here on the Zagara here. Nice slide here, securing the kill on the Zagara. And Johanna is also very, very forward here. I don't think she has her Iron Skin here. No, she doesn't, and she's taken down. Whew. This is just a slaughterhouse coming from Water Dragon here. Another 3 kills. And they have 16 now. I just love the way Water Dragon plays. They are so decisive in their playstyle. They are like, we have an advantage, we're gonna take a use of it. And you know what? It's just paying time and time again here for them. And they are deciding that the best way to use their advantage at the moment is just to color the map in red. And you know what? I like it. It's completely fine. You can try and take some extra buildings, but I don't think they could have really taken the middle keep just yet. Although I wouldn't blame them if they would have tried. But as it stands, they just decided to play the safest way possible and just go and take all the merc camps around the map and put pressure on all the lanes. They are still very far from 20, and HowMows still don't have their 16, which means that they are gonna go for something aggressive here. You know what? This is to be expected from them, and I like it. Look at this. They're already doing here for the bush tactic here. And Johanna, despite the fact that she's a Johanna here, she can't be taken down here. She does use her Iron Skin, which means she doesn't have anything here for the slide here. Ooh, and so many cooldowns here already used by HowMows. This is Blast Shield, Phoenix, and Devouring Maw, all used to save the Johanna here.
Unleash the dragon's wrath.
But they managed to take the Zagara down here, and that's completely fine. You know what? You have an advantage, and taking a hero down, especially at this stage of the game. Ooh, and Rhaegar is getting caught, and he should be a dead wolf. This is one dead orc here, or no, will he really be able to? Nice gravity left, saving Rhaegar here in a nice mosh pit, grabbing two, but it's being interrupted by Raynor here. Oh, very good job by HowMows here. I was actually absolutely sure that Rhaegar would be taken down, but he just, this is one tough wolf. This is one tough doggy here. Great job by KT with the gravity laps, just, you know, allowing Rhaegar to survive that that upcoming onslaught that, you know what, I thought would definitely kill him. Ooh, very close game here. Like those matches are just so intensive, so action-packed. Both teams are very aggressive, and they should be looking to make something happen right now on the side of HowMows. They have 16, they're 2 levels behind, but I don't think the disadvantage they're gonna have is gonna be any smaller than it is right now, which means that they should be looking. Zakara here, face checking the bush. Oh my god, that just cost her life. What a mistake here. And this is going to be a 1-for-0 so far. Nice welling arrow both on KT and Raynor here. And they have no interruption here for the Mosh, but the Mosh is on cooldown, so they are lucky on that regard. But they are so low here. Ancestral is going to go on KT here. And I think they will just barely manage to escape here. Yeah, both KT and Raynor so low. The Ancestral did manage to connect with the KT. And Raynor, together with his passive, managed to just barely keep him alive here. And Zagara, with a fatal mistake there, which would cost them the Dragon Knight here, face checking that bush, which ended up in an instantaneous deletion of her. Wow. I am kind of surprised that they are so aggressive. I mean, Water Dragon already showed time and time again that they are playing very aggressive, and more so, they showed that they like the bush tactic. And this should definitely be the first keep in the game here in the 16 minutes mark here. Gonna go for Water Dragon. They could definitely get a lot more value here. I think they should rotate to the bottom lane. I just don't like this. This is the death bridge here, for those of you who don't know. This is just a small choke where you're just asking to be killed here. I would love to see them rotating to the bottom. But as it stands, they are gonna be ignoring the bot lane, which I just don't like. I think, like, if you want to prioritize any keep in the game, it should be the bottom one. And I will talk about this later, but they are playing a bit aggressive, but I don't think anything should be happening here. Johanna here is in the middle, but I think she has her iron skin here. Or does she? She does have here, but it doesn't matter because there's so much damage going on her. And nice mosh pit by DC grabbing 2 here, and there's no interruption by Raynor here. It is on cooldown. Ooh, and they did manage to only get the Johanna. Still, very good kill here, despite the fact that the ETC mosh got 2 people. There wasn't enough damage here as a follow-up to secure more kill here. But again, back to the point, when you need to decide which lane you want to push on this map, whether you want to go for top, for mid, or bottom, you really want to prioritize the top lane. And the reason is very simple. You see this camp here, and you see this camp here? Those are giant camps. And giant camps, they push, whenever they push on the buildings, they're going to be outside of its range, which means that they will guarantee get a lot of value. So when you actually pressuring the bot lane here, you're actually opening the lane here for the giant, which will eventually hit the core. So really, when you need to decide on which lane you want to put your pressure on, go for the bot lane. Go for the bot lane because of the giant camps here. They are looking to make something happening, and I love it by the side of HowMows. Sure, they don't have 20, but they're so far behind. They are looking to make something happen here. Nice welling arrow here, hitting 4 people here, but nothing to follow with. ETC doesn't have much, and this is going to be a 1 kill, a 2 kill for HowMows. Ooh, very nice catches, and they are also low on the White of Side Dragon. Nobody should survive here. This is going to be a 3 kill for them, a 4 kill. Will Greyman manage to escape? Yes, he managed to escape here. Ooh, very good job here by the side of HowMows here. They needed to make something happen, and they made it. I like the decisiveness from them, and it paid off with dividends here. They managed to get 4 kills here together with the Redemption Uther. Really good job by them. And look at this, there are almost 20 here. This single team wipe actually put them back into the game. And worse than that, the Dragon Shriers, they just spawned, which means they can actually get the Dragon Knight finally. Ooh, Greymane needs to be very careful here. He is very low here, but he will, he'll play safe as expected. Don't need to take any risk here, and they will take down their first. They will secure their first Dragon Knight of the game here. By the way, top lane here is being pushed. They need to address it. They did send KT, so good job by them here, not letting it get too much value here, more than it already has. And this is their time to shine. They hit level 20. They have most of their heroics up. Ancestral is just barely there. Hyperion is almost ready as well. They need to be careful. Mosh is ready on the side of Water Dragons. But you know what? They have the Dragon Knight, so they need to make something happen here. They need to be a little bit more aggressive here. The Haka here with the flank here. They are looking to make something happen. Miss the Tong, which means that they are not going to be able to pull any one of the black line here. And Water Dragon are doing a pretty good job of pushing the Dragon Knight, not allowing him to get any extra value. I mean, he managed to get the front wall here, but not too much other than that. Ooh, and a great catcher on the Greyman. He got the cleanse, but it did not help him at all. And it's going to be a 1-for-0 so far, and they still have the Dragon Knight in their possession here. And most of their heroics are available as well. And this is becoming very dangerous for Water Dragon here. They already had an almost complete team wipe. Just happened not too long ago, and now all of a sudden they are losing Greymane again here. Luckily though, he did not take Wizened Duelist on level 7, so he did not lose any stacks by dying at that point. Dragon Knight almost expired, 3 seconds. They need to be careful. You know what, they are still 4. Ooh, nice board there by the Haka. And now it's HowMows' time to shine. They still have 15 seconds before Greymane is up. I think they definitely need to be aggressive here. Take those giant camps. There's absolutely, I don't think there's too many reasons to be too afraid. Sure, there's Smosh, but you have Blast Shield up, you have Mo up. You can definitely play it a bit risky here. Ooh, and this is a nice Divine Shield, a bit early here, catching 3 people here with the Mosh, but again the Divine Shield was too early, which means that the Mo, I think it was the Mo, but something that interrupted him. It was a little bit weird, sorry, the Mo is a little bit bugged nowadays, as you already know. But as instead it's going to be a 3-man wipe here on the side of Water Dragons, and they're kind of falling behind here. You know what, the last team fight, apparently it was a bigger deal than I expected. It completely shifted the momentum towards HowMows here, and they have just won the second team fight here consecutively. And it's gonna cost Water Dragon this keep, and I love it. I love it. They are, you know what? They have an advantage here. They immediately turn into the keep, and you know what? I wouldn't blame them if they're gonna go for the core here. It's gonna be a 5 versus 2. Sure, they have a Greymane, and oh, this indecisiveness did buy them some few seconds here, but Sylvanas is taken down immediately, and this should be game here. HowMows taking game number 2 here in a very close matchup. What an amazing game. Water Dragon was controlling the entire game all the way to the last fight, the last team fight here towards the end, where they just wiped and then wiped again, and voila, core.
Blue team is victorious.
Very good game here by both teams and HowMows. Very amazing comeback here. Congratulations, guys. And this means that, you know, for the first time, at least for me, we're gonna jump to game number 3. No more 2-0 here. But we are gonna go for a 5 minutes break. My throat, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but my throat definitely needs this 5 minutes break. I'm gonna make something hot for me. And yeah, anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this. This was an amazing fight. 1-1 so far between the 2 teams. And we're gonna go to game number 3 in 5 minutes from now. Enjoy some music. Actually, now I'm gonna play you some Diablo music, okay? No Warcraft, gonna be some Diablo. Enjoy, guys. Alright, guys, I'm back, and I can see that the teams have actually started the drafting. But the drafting was actually up on stream, so you haven't actually missed anything. Sorry, I just had to make some hot chocolate for myself. Yeah, there was a little bit too much excitement from, at least from my side at the end there. Yeah. So the third map we have is actually gonna be Blackheart's Bay, which is surprising. I actually did not see their ban and picks of maps. So I have to say I'm really surprised Blackheart's Bay was picked today, because so far it's pretty much been the standard ban as far as maps goes, right? Blackheart's Bay together with Guardian of Terror, two insta picks there, right? Insta ban picks, I mean. So what's the problem with Blackheart's Bay actually? Why do so many people hate it or ban it? The reason is very simple. Blackheart's Bay is a very extremely snowbally map. It's not only snowbally, it also has the inherent problem of not encouraging a lot of PvP. And it's so extreme on that map to the point where you could, and I'm not gonna even say theoretically, because I've seen it happen, you can actually win the map without ever having a team fight. You can have however minutes the match lasted, 25 minutes say. You can have a 25 minutes game without ever having a team fight at all. You know what? It's possible in this map, and this is one of the reasons why it's very hated, together with the fact that it's very snowbally. So I'm surprised that I actually got picked here. Yeah. So HowMows. They open with a Kerrigan ban here. Probably, I guess the nightmares of game one still resides, and pulling through to game number 3 here. So they went with the respect Kerrigan ban here to deny it from Water Dragons. Water Dragons are going to respond with the Zul ban, which is a completely fine ban on this map. Zul can easily rotate between top and mid, allowing his teammates to roam freely and terrorize the bottom lane. So Zul ban here is not a surprising ban. Falstad, on the other hand, is a very good pick here because it's such a big map. So Falstad is a pick here for Water Dragon together with an Uther and a Sylvanas. Not very uncommon. Like Falstad, sure, like he's great on this map. Sylvanas, I like. Why would you pick Sylvanas on this map specifically? Like, what value does she actually give? She doesn't actually give any extra value, not like on Dragonshire or at Punisher or Immortal. She's just there to kind of allow you to have early game presence, especially if you're gonna go for some top mid lane controls, and you can have like Sylvanas go to the bottom lane with her teammates, and we'll just have to see what they have in mind, because they could easily have something special in mind here, and that's why they took Sylvanas. HowMows, on the other hand, they're gonna go with the Thrall Zagara. I love those picks. I love Zagara on this map. I think this is probably Zagara's best map. I just love her. She has, again, she's the best 1v1, although sadly we haven't seen too much of it last game, mostly because she was rotated on time and time again, which is exactly what you need to do versus a Zagara. But on this map, on the other hand, you're going to have a very strong solo laner, the bot. And on the bot, it's a lot harder to rotate because the map is big. So having a Zagara on your side is very good. Plus she has all the vision around the turning point and through the middle, and you know what, apart from her being very safe through the creep vision, she also provided a lot of vision for her teammates, for rotation and stuff like this. So I really love Zagara here. Thrall, also a very strong solo laner, but it's on the side of HowMows, so he's not going to actually contest Zagara. But he's a very strong initiator, so he's completely he's a fine pick in pretty much any case you can think of. So yeah, and we followed by Muradin, KT. Overall, from the HowMows side, it seems like they have a very strong standard draft, and I love it. And on the side of Water Dragon, we're gonna have some Artenis action here, together with Diablo. Wow, so they are just looking to be in the face of their enemies. And you know what? I love it, considering how Water Dragons have played so far. Considering how aggressive Water Dragon have been, I'm completely fine with them going Artenis and Diablo. Like, Sure, our tennis has always been a god tier. Diablo less so. So you know what? Sure, why not? Go with a composition that somehow works towards your aggressive nature slash playstyle. I like it. HowMows, by the way, got the Karzim. I'm actually surprised. Nobody got Rhaegar. We have an Uther ban on the side of Water Dragon, no Rhaegar ban at all by any of the teams, and HowMows actually went with the Karzim pick here. Which actually answers my question as to why Water Dragons kept banning Karzim. HowMows apparently, you have to excuse me guys, I've casted them only once so far, HowMows. Apparently they are very comfortable with Karzim. So could it possibly be that Water Dragon in an amateur league scouted and determined that Karzim is a very strong pick for the support on HowMouse and they decided to deny him? Could it be? What? That's actually very cool, if that's the case. So, wow, I'm very impressed by Water Dragon so far. I assume that's the case, of course, yeah?
Forsaken.
So, I think that at the end of the day, HowMouse, they seems like they have a slightly, not slightly, they have a more solid draft. Especially considering they got the Zagara on this map, which is, I just love Zagara on Blackheart's Bay. Together with the Thrall, Mirrodin, KT, Karzim, they are just going for a lot of very strong solo hero in the sense that they don't need a lot of synergy to work well, right? So I just love those picks for them, and what sold me eventually again was the Zagara pick at the end there. Water Dragon on the other hand, they have a Sylvanas, which is kind of like, why did you pick Sylvanas on this match? Like, why her? Then they have, of course, their tennis, and you know, jokes aside, God tier. He is a very risky hero to play. He's also a very late game hero, which means you kind of relying on being, you know, you cannot go under the assumption that you're gonna be weak throughout the early half of the game because you have an tennis on your team. And then they proceeded with Diablo. And the Diablo is interesting because usually you wanna have a Diablo, like, he is a pretty good hero. Like, he is like, you know, not too good at this, not too good at that, but also not too bad, not too bad, not too bad, right? So it's like pretty like a solid pick here. But I'm really curious as to why they actually went specifically with the Diablo, and why they specifically went with the Artenis, and why specifically with the Sylvanas. Because usually when you see picks like this, you have some sort of a game plan. Alright guys, on the left side, again, we have HowMouse with Jungle Siege on Mirrodin, Bubble Forever on KT, Reynardus on Zagara, Extras on Thrall, and Thron on Karzim. And on the right side, again, going for some quick tower shenanigans, we have Water Dragons with Jufta on Sylvanas, Nebet on Uther, Octani on Artenis, Thrin on Falstad, and Yuisuke on Diablo. Or Suki? Yuisuke? Oh, I'm so sorry if I'm butchering your name, man. Or girl, I don't know. Anyway, so they're really going here with a quick tower on the bottom, and I love it because you know what? They know there's going to be exactly one person here at the bottom. Zagara here is getting caught here, and she should be taken down here. Ooh, quick kill here on the side of Water Dragon, as well as a quick tower, and as a response, I like it. Look what HowMows are doing. They are seeing this, they know, hey guys, it's actually very long distance between here and the bottom. We're just gonna go and push the top here. But their problem is, they don't have a Sylvanas. That means that they're gonna take a lot of damage. And Water Dragon, they have a Sylvanas. And you know what, I was curious why they went with the Sylvanas pick, and I immediately have my answer. So thank you, Water Dragons, for not letting me think too much. And this is gonna be the quickest fort I've seen in a long time now. The quickest fort I have seen in an amateur scene for sure. So good job by them. Oh, and I love this bit by HowMows. They are like, okay, you took us down our fort, we need to come back in experience somehow. And they are looking to be aggressive here. Nice gravity left by KT, catching 3 people. The living bomb is spreading, but it seems like they are looking for to disengage here. I actually like the decision to go a little bit aggressive here. They wanted to make something happen, but now the chase is happening. The engage backward is happening, and Mirrodin is caught here. He doesn't have Dwarf Stuff anymore, and he's holding 4 coins here. Ooh. And this is a disaster for them. They just lost 4 coins, which means that now Water Dragons, they have 8 turn-in, and the small skeleton camps will spawn in 15 seconds, which will allow them to have the first turning in the game. I love the decision by HowMows. I didn't like that they kind of mistimed it with the Sagara rotating a bit late from the bottom, so she kind of was like late to the party, which made them be in an awkward 4v5 situation with the Sagara being late, and then they decided to disengage. No. If they would have waited a little bit for the Zagara, I would have loved it. But as it stands, they got punished, and they got punished hard here. They not only got the Murden kill after the Zagara kill and the fort, they also got 4 coins, which will secure them a quick turn in here, and this is why we hate the map. They're gonna get a turn in here, which gonna put them in a significant lead, and then they're just gonna get more and more ahead here. And as we can see, they are using their lead. They have level 4 talent advantage, and they already took down both the camps here on the side of HowMows. So they are gonna be securing here their turn in, which will do a lot of damage, which will, you know, as said, gonna get them even more ahead. And you know what? This is a very tough spot already from the 3 minutes mark here for HowMows to deal with. They need to be looking to be aggressive here on the side of HowMows. When you're already this far behind, you really don't want to wait for level 10. I think they need to be on point with their game. Maybe sacrifice a bit of soaking to try and capture some kills here, and I'm talking about kills of players that are actually holding coins. Right, killing the Sylvanas here won't do too much if you're gonna miss up a lot of soak. And they are trying to actually go on her. I don't know how much I like it. I mean, as long as they're not losing soak, it's completely fine. But if you're getting to the point where you're losing soak, that's not worth it anymore. And Water Dragon, I have to give to them. They are so decisive so far. They went for the quick fort at the bottom there, and now they followed by immediate invasion of the camps here on the side of HowMows, and now immediately taking the mercs. I just love it. They're not wasting any precious time here. They are like, hey guys, we're ahead. We have the advantage. We're just gonna be using it all the way to the end here, and they have actually a pretty big push here on the bot lane here. Ooh, Artenis Prism into the wall here, but they have a Sylvanas which shuts down the towers here. Good job by Sylvanas here, together with her soul reaching all the way to the fort, kind of protecting Artenis here, and he's not being taken down here. And oh my god, they are getting so much value by this from the Sylvanas here. They're already taking down the front walls here of the keep. And this is an enormous amount of pressure here, because you don't have only Mercamp here, you also have Giants together with the Sylvanas here. Wow. They are just showing no mercy towards the HowMows here. Ooh, Muradin here getting caught out of position. He might barely make it alive here. 200 hit points by Muradin. And you know what, this was so risky here. Wow. Both teams, again and again, they are showing how aggressive they are here. It's just relentless action here from the get-go, and I just love it. HowMows, they are deciding that they are in a position where they need to try and defend the turn in here. Because wow, look at this, Water Dragon are holding 20 coins here, and this is gonna be a sure turning number 2 for them if allowed to get the channeling. But instead they are gonna be playing it very safely, and I like it. They are ahead in experience ever so slightly, by the way, despite the fact that they lost the fort and the front wall keep here. Despite those losses, look at the experience. Look at the experience. HowMows are only a little bit less than half a level behind here. Ooh, and a nice catch here on the Diablo. He should be taken down here, and he's holding a lot of coin here. This was a really fat Diablo here with 10 coins lost here. Good job by HowMows, and this is a disaster for Water Dragons here. They were so dominant here in the early game, but instead they are getting caught here, and Artenis is in awkward position here. Muradin with a stun here after managing to dwarf those, and this is another 4 coins for HowMows. Wow. They just turned in the entire game. The Water Dragon, they were holding all the coins. And you know what? I don't like the decision to be aggressive there. I actually liked it when they pulled back and were like, okay guys, we are ahead in coins. There's absolutely no reason to fight. We have all the coins. Let's wait for an advantage. Let's wait for level 10. We are ahead, not by a lot. We are ahead. Let's get level 10, then make the turn in. Force a fight if they really want to defend. Force a fight, but we have heroics and they don't. But instead, for some reason, they actually went back in again, and HowMows immediately punishing them. Wow. I just want to say, as a personal note, I'm so happy to get to cast this. I mean, thank you, Calder, for... I mean, I'm sorry for the scene, right? But thank you, Calder, for not showing up. And I get to cast this game, because this is an amazing game. This is such a back and forth game here, between both teams here. They are so in the face of one another, and this is just a delight to watch. And now HowMows, they have the level 10. If they go for a really quick turn in, like right now, they can hit them right before they hit level 10, before Water Dragon hit level 10. But as it stands, they were a little bit hesitant. It was a very small window of time here, sure. But as it stands, Water Dragons are gonna hit level 10 as well here, and we're gonna see an immediate engagement here. They have equal amount of coins here, so both teams have approximately the same amount of things to lose here. Nice more here by Zagara, catching 3 people here. Wailing Arrow, hitting only Muradin. They're not doing too much there. Oh, and this is a very good engagement so far for HowMows. It seems like they are dropping very low on the side of Water Dragon, and Diablo here, 80 hit points getting the Divine Shield here. Muradin also very low with the palm here, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be triggering. No. Whew, Diablo just barely managed to escape there. Muradin, while getting the palm, was not getting it triggered. So both teams decide to just disengage here, and this is actually a chance for HowMows to get a turn in. If they're on point here, they know it looked like HowMows did a lot of damage on Water Dragon, which means it should allow them a clean turn in. But instead they are going to try and contest it, the Merc Camp, and again there's another engagement between those two teams. Nice glance on Falstad. Possibly a little bit premature, but it does manage to allow him to escape. There are Artenis kind of solo in the front. They're dropping low here, doesn't have shield, and he's taken down here. Nice job here by HowMows. Ooh, Phoenix there on Diablo, but he manages to escape here. He does have the Living Boom, spreading it to Falstad. Ooh, Falstad, 86 hit points. Manages to live, just barely through the shield. Wow, what an action-packed series between those two teams. They're just... Ooh. Rip my throat, seriously. I was not prepared for this. They are looking for a turn here, but this is very dangerous here because they are alone here. Both Muradin and Karzim are kind of isolated here. The rest of their team are at the top here. They need to be very careful. They are holding a lot of coins, and they are managing to escape here. Very nice job by them. Not overextending, not trying to stay too much in, but as a result, that means that Water Dragons are gonna get the turn in here. Ooh, nice Swelling Arrow hitting 3 people here. Muradin is a bit isolated here at the top here, but he can come for the flank here. KT is dropping very low, getting the palm, but it won't be triggering here. Nice more here, only catching 1 though, but it was Falstad here. And it also helped kind of zone out the enemy team here. It's as if like, hey guys, our heroics is off cooldown, let's go and fight. Seriously, that's like probably the voice come from both teams there. Hey guys, I have my apocalypse down, let's go and fight. Oh, very good to watch. Very amazing to watch. So Water Dragons are doing a pretty good job overall. Both teams are even again. Water Dragon, they were slightly behind after the big engagement where they lost the 10 coins. But as it stands, they are kind of like evening it out with experience, especially after this nice turn-in that they managed to get here. HowMows, on the other hand, are holding 30 coins. 30 coins. That's easy 2 turn-ins at the moment. And so they are in a very awkward position where they want to turn in, but they really can't, and they really shouldn't here. They should abuse the fact that Water Dragon are so defensive around the turn-in that they should really just out-soak them at the moment. I don't like this. I don't like this. They have so much to lose here with this engagement. They have so much, but instead they're gonna go here. Nice combo on Artenis. He's dropping very low, but he's getting the Divine Shield here. Nice sundering by Thrall here, splitting the enemy team, and Artenis is gonna be dropping down here. And wow, This was very close here. Artenis and Muradin here very close in hit point, but as it stands, Artenis is taken down. Muradin will survive here, and they have all the coins, and they are being healed up to fully now, and this is exactly what they were looking for. Now they can all of a sudden go in for a turn-in. They are in a 5v4 situation here. Ooh, nice wailing arrow by Sylvanas together with the Gust here. A little bit of a dis-synergy here. Really don't want to waste two ultis like this. And Diablo is taken down here pretty quickly, and this should be an easy turn-in now for HowMows. Very good job by them. They have 13, and their advantage will just get bigger and bigger from this point on. I really didn't like the fact that they went for the engagement there on the side of HowMows. They had all the coins. That means they had everything to lose if they lose the fight. Sure, they were like under the mental pressure of, hey guys, we have so many coins, let's do a turn-in. But it's really not needed. Because when you are ahead in coins, you know that your opponent is going to be defensive around the turn, and as we can see, the entirety of Water Dragons were just simply here waiting to catch HowMows. So instead, what you need to do is just split around, circle the lane, get the XP advantage, force Water Dragons to respond to the XP soak that you're getting, and when you see that they are going for the soak, you can go in for the turn-in. And again, Water Dragons, they are looking to defend the turn-in point. They really don't want to let HowMows get the turn-in here, and they need to be very careful because as it seems, HowMows, they are kind of like here at the top. I think they are talking about the boss. I don't know if I like it, especially now that you see that the Water Dragon is rotating top. You really don't want this. You also don't want to have a fight. You still don't have the talent advantage. You are a level ahead, which means you are going to hit 16 first. Once you're at 16, you can look for a fight. At this point, no. This is the point where Water Dragons are looking for a fight. Nice Gust there, taking the entirety of the back line to the back there. And KT is dropping immediately down. Palm not able to connect at all. They're not even being used there. Muradin is dropping low, and he's holding so many coins. 13 coins on Muradin, and he's being focused on. Nice more there from Zagara, catching 3. Will allow Muradin to escape there. And they just managed to really minimize the loss there with the small. But this will allow Water Dragon to immediately go and take the boss. And if HowMows sniffs it, and they should sniff it, they can go in for a really quick turn-in, and they really should get rid of their coin at this point. This is the one window they're going to have in the foreseeable future to get a turn-in, I feel like. And yeah, they're going to go for a quick turn-in here. Sure, they lost the boss, but it's not a big deal. They still have their front walls here, which means that the boss won't actually reach to the keep, especially not a 14 minutes boss. So not too much value from the boss. They have a Sylvanas, it is very dangerous, but I don't feel like they should be getting too much value here. Ooh, they are actually rotating to the boss here, it seems like. Sylvanas a little bit here in the middle here, she is getting caught. Thrall is very close here, but he is scared, and he should be. Oh, Sylvanas now rotating here with the boss, allowing the boss to get some extra value here. I like the decision by them, but they really need to be very careful here. On the side of HowMows, they still don't have 16, which is exactly what the Water Dragon are looking for here. Ooh, and a nice prison here on Muradin, flipping it into the middle of the team. He's getting so much damage here, but he does have the tap here, and he needs to be super careful here. We don't have Phoenix from KT, we don't have Mo from Zagara here. We still have Divine Shield and Wailing Arrow on the side of Water Dragons, but instead they're gonna disengage here. They decided to disengage here, and this is a completely fine choice. HowMows, together with the turn-in, actually got the amount of XP they needed to hit level 16 here. Ooh, and Water Dragons are gonna fight here. Talent down, don't know sure how much I like it. Nice Wailing Arrow here by Sylvanas again. And Muradin is isolated, he does not have Dwarf Toes here. And he does have, oh, he just barely managed to get the Dwarf Toes out here, but he does have 13 coins. He needs to be careful here. Ooh, flip on the Muradin, but he should not be able to get a kill here. Sylvanas is so low, as well as the Falstad here. They need to be very careful. HowMows, they are very healthy here, all things considered here, and they are gonna get the Artenis kill here. Uther taken down as well, and this is just so many more coins here on the side of HowMows. I'm just really surprised Water Dragon went to that fight at that point. Gravity Lapse won't hit. Falstad should be able to get out. Yeah, he should be able to get. They shouldn't really be chasing. They have 21 coins. They need to go for a turn-in again. There's absolutely no reason to do that. I am surprised they're not going for a turn-in. Especially Muradin. You have 13 coins. You are a very fat dwarf. Go get rid of your coins. And there we go. They are rotating to the middle here. You really want to do it before Artenis and Uther are alive, and they are doing this. Meanwhile, there's a mediocre amount of pressure here on the top keep. Nothing too dangerous here. will be cleaned very easily by KT. And this is why the map is so snowbally here. We've seen time and time again how you get a turn in, you get another turn in after that, and another turn in after that, and that means you're gonna get level advantage, eventually talent advantage, and you know what? So far for HowMows, it's working very, very nicely, despite the fact that Water Dragon had an amazing, astonishing opening. HowMows, they are taking the lead here. So despite, in contrary to popular belief, you can have a comeback on Blackheart's Bay. Ooh, and again, Water Dragon are gonna go with the double camps push here, together with the Merc camp and the Siege camp. And I like the fact that they are actually paying attention and making these timings here. I don't think they can make something happen. They are 2 levels behind, which means, ooh, nice wedding arrow, but it's unfortunately it's just a little bit kind of useless one, right? They were disengaging. It didn't really do too much here. Ooh, nice thundering, isolating Artenis here, but it is Artenis here. He should be really hard to kill here when he gets a Divine Shield together with the Gust, and he should be fine here. So all in all, a much better engagement for HowMows, because they still have Palm up and they still have Moa. Those are very big cooldowns, very important cooldowns that have not been used. On the other side, from Water Dragons, they actually use all their heroics. And they are looking to make a turn in here. They are looking to make it, I like it. They need to fight right now. They don't have the advantage in XP anymore. That means that HowMows are gonna hit level 20 before, so they're looking to make something happen here. Thrall dropping a little bit low here, but not in a risky position. Nice, Mo there, isolating 2 people. He isolated the back line of Water Dragon. And this is gonna be an Artenis kill yet again. Sylvanas is dropping very, very low here. She is holding 10 coins. Ooh, just managed to barely escape the Thrall roots there. The wolves are not connecting on Sylvanas. She just manages to escape just barely, but they're gonna get a small prize reward in the form of the Diablo there. And HowMows, they are just dominating this game time and time again. They had a rough start, but they got their composure, they got their act together, and all of a sudden it's like every team fight, they're just winning and winning and winning. Ooh, are they really gonna go for the core? Are they gonna go for the core here? I don't feel like I like it. Look at KT. KT is so back here. They are gonna be in a position where they're gonna be like a 4 versus 2 here. But they're gonna go for the core here. They are making this happen. They do have only a Sylvanas and an Uther defending here. You know what? Maybe it was the right call here. The core is dropping. It is 50% here. But Artenis is up. Muting is dropping very, very low here. Together with the Zagara here, but it should be game here. KT managed to come here right in time here, and this should be game here. And congratulations to HowMows with a 2-1 victory over Water Dragon. And wow, both teams so aggressive, so decisive. I just loved it. I just love, what a fantastic game. What a fantastic game here. And by the way, just to point out about the Sylvanas, with the damage output she has, you know what, I'm mentioning time and time again how much she's dangerous as far as her damage output and how many people underestimate it. Look at this. She has 54,000 damage. That's 4,000 more than KT has. And KT had some amazing gravity labs together with Phoenix combinations here, but despite the fact that he managed to get some really nice combos, he's still behind on damage as far compared to Sylvanas. So just kind of like a small point out here. Good job by really great game by both teams. Was fantastic to watch. Really good game. Oh my god, this was fantastic. Simply fantastic. I guess let me see if I can actually get one of the teams for a quick interview. We already had an interview with HowMows last time. Let me see if I can actually get them for some quick Alright. We actually need to make this kind of a standard. Whenever a game ends, we need to let teams know that they should expect some sort of an interview, something very small, like a little bit of chatting there, just to make it standard so we don't actually need to ask every time. Just more production value. But anyway, really, all 3 games were so fun to watch. There was so much aggressiveness, and you know what? I've said it time and time again. I'm an aggressive player myself, and I like being aggressive because it usually stems from being decisive, right? There's like something you want to do, and you're gonna go and do that, right? You don't have this too many thinking, should I go there, should I not go there, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do, so I'm just gonna poke back and forth and kind of like walk in circles. No, when you're aggressive, it usually means you know what you're doing. Usually means you know what you're doing, depending on the level you're playing, of course. And I just love it whenever I see. Okay, so I guess no interview. I'm not getting any response from HowMows. So anyway, guys, I guess